hair great again.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Now, woo.
We're coming. Get our check.
Cheryl Morrow, the one, the only, the hair oracle.
Well, I did it with Red Dot, and then we also had a cosmetology school instructor in the chat, Miss Denise West, Michelle Allen, Miss Foster. Dang, I missed your name. It's always nice to see Miss Foster in the chat. Michelle Allen, you know how much we love you too.
What? About a whole lot of peace. Cheryl, you order that in a bag of chips. Let me do your hair. I came here kind of cold-blooded on that. What's happening? What's happening, blacks? How are you guys doing out there? It's the eve of voting. Tomorrow is the big day. I know everybody's taking some deep breaths. We got Michelle Allen is in the chat, and boy, are we excited to be about I don't know, I always forget the count, but we're definitely up in the 130 something episodes. We got some fun for y'all. Y'all best to get ready tonight. Yeah, we are 131. What's up? Are you from Cleveland? You know about that 131. I used to live off 131st. So we are 131 episodes in, and tonight it is all about hairstyling tools, reviews. We got a whole month of this stuff because the whole month is all about inventions and gadgets and everything. So for the entire month, Cheryl and I were going to be reviewing gadgets. Do they work? Do they not work? Just to help you guys out, because it's that time of the year and people are going to want to buy some gifts and all this types of stuff. And what better gift than the gift of hairstyling tools and hairstyling products? And we're not just saying that it's because we're hairstylists, but we are saying that because we are. And we have lots of goodies to sell, but we don't want you guys wasting any money. So tonight we are going to review the Flexi detangling brush. So again, we are 131 episodes in, and so it's me, your homegirl Ladosha Wright, aka Key Lolo, and then wrong way. Sorry guys, hold on, Wekay. Hold on. There she is. That's my postcat. That's right. Cheryl Morrow, the one and only, the hair oracle. Yes. This has been such a wonderful day. My heart is filled with all kinds of joy. You know what they say? I got joy deep down in my heart. What's up, Sir Pooh? Sir Pooh, I want to come to your salon and go live. I want you to call me, drop a date, so I can come up there, so I can show off your spot, because I know it is off the chizzy chain. So everybody give Sir Pooh a big fat round of applause. He's been telling me about it, and so now it is official. Sir Pooh Studio Shampoo is officially open for business. Now, listen here. Don't everybody go trying to get booked on Sir Pooh in one day now. Okay, so y'all just call a man and get on his appointment books. But congratulations. There you go, Sir Pooh. We're very happy for you. But I want to come over there and go check it out for my own persons, because I just love Sir Pooh like that. He's also a great educator. So if your business is looking for some education, or maybe you want some one-on-one coaching, somebody to talk to, go on and talk to Sir Pooh. He's going to get y'all together, okay? And that's real talk. That's real talk.
Absolutely.
So Cheryl, are you coming down off of your Gay Enduro Skills Academy fundraiser high?
Girl, cosmetology empire.
Oh, I like that. Why don't y'all hate the way that we just can't talk like Cheryl? Cheryl, the cosmetology empire. Why don't I talk like that? But it was an amazing, It was an amazing day. In case you guys missed it, I will drop the link to the live, the fundraiser that we did this morning with the Gay and Joel Skills Academy. Our goal was to raise $500 for their school, which we had so much fun. Money is still coming in. I'm going to drop the link where you guys can make a donation. I'm going to go over to my little Yahoo thing and go snatch that link again. And where you can make a donation to the Gay and Joel Skills Academy. Fatu has been gifted with a campus, a full campus of goodies. And so we'll talk a little bit more about that. And so it was the bomb, wasn't it, Cheryl?
And it was just one bam, bam, bam. And I'm like, you saying, oh, I got a surprise. You got a surprise. Man, absolutely wonderful.
She's
The
like, what
wall,
kind of? She like,
the
what kind
wall. It was the wall of
of?
honor or
Uh,
hall of
Oh yeah, let me show this to y'all. Y'all probably missed it. So what's up, Yate? What's up? We see Lawana. What's up, LB? What's up? We got our virtual co-host. There she is, Miss Sandra, giving a super duper shout out to Sir Pooh, because it's just some fantastic things going on. I'm telling you, Sir Pooh, I want to come by there and check you out for real, for real. We got my homegirl Wekay is in the chat. Where'd she go? Michelle Allen, we got you all up in our commercial. Look at our commercial. There you go, look, that little tutor pooter. What's up, Michelle? Look, tootie pooski, okay? Michelle, like, Ladosha ain't got no sense. Hey, she's in the commercial. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes down.
Yes.
But let me share what you got. Yeah, she really is. She's in the commercial. And so we had a wonderful, wonderful time this morning. And let me just share with you guys. So this we usually do our 3 current events, but we're the current events, okay? For a change, isn't that cool? Let me give us a round of applause, because for a change, we're the current events. So me and Cheryl just want to take a bow. Go ahead, Cheryl, take a bow. Every now and then you got to be like Beanie Siegel. You got to toot your own horn. Beep beep. Y'all know Beanie Siegel. Freeway in a place to be, and I got what it takes to rock the mic. Right? Come on. Y'all know about Beanie Siegel. Come on now, y'all. Okay. Okay. Anyhow, hip hop head there. Okay. So, anywho, we have our own version of current events that we have come up with. So first things first, I was not aware. Me and Cheryl just like literally talked about this before we went live, and that is the passing of I can't think of any music impresario that is better than Quincy Jones. And so Quincy Jones, I believe today was the day, because I'm gonna look this up right quick.
Yeah,
It was today, right?
Was it
I
today or
mean,
yesterday?
we was gonna say don't cook it up. Here we go.
That's right. That's right.
November 3rd. That would be yesterday. Okay. So he was like the dude. He had all these wonderful. I think every black woman, like I don't know, every woman just wanted some of that Quincy Jones flavor, that flair. I grew up. My childhood is Quincy Jones. I mean, for real, for real. This man was truly the dude.
A lot of our childhoods. I mean, the music that he had. Yeah. You don't get any better than that. You just don't get.
I don't know nobody who's better than Quincy Jones. So we're going to take a couple of seconds of silence, because he's very interwoven into the fabric of. I mean, I think everybody's life has a soundtrack, and if you have a soundtrack to your life, I promise you, something you listening to, Quincy Jones, more than likely got something to do. If he didn't, his kids do. Okay. So let's take a moment of silence for the dude. That's when we grew up. He was the dude, the one and only Mr. Q Quincy Jones. A couple of seconds. All right. And if you feel so inclined to drop some Quincy Jones, hits, maybe some that he wrote for other people, drop them in the chat, because maybe there's some people who don't really know that much about Quincy Jones, but I still like, I know Karina.
Okay, so everybody dropped their favorite Quincy Jones song.
Just if you can go ahead and if you just Google songs that Quincy Jones wrote, all you're gonna go is this. I know he did that. So Quincy, come on.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, so clearly Cheryl and I, we definitely grew up with Quincy Jones. So if you feel so inclined, let's show Quincy Jones some like mad love. Because in real, I mean for real, y'all, he remember the comedian
Okay, so what do you think is his best work?
I mean, I'm a kid at heart. I'm still going with Michael Jackson's,
Thriller?
I mean, everything just Michael. Well, no, it's a toss up. Thriller, Juke Joint. I mean,
I'm gonna throw one in there. I'm gonna throw one in there that's gonna just mess you
Juke
all.
Joint.
I'm gonna throw one in there, and I know you're gonna agree, hands down. Okay.
All right, here we go. Everybody, the chat is. I'm glad y'all love. We're not the only ones that love. They say he was 91. Oh boy, they got the Secret Garden. Dang, Monica.
Yeah. Okay. That was the juke joint, right?
What about Secret Garden?
That was the juke joint, right?
That was on the juke joint. Yeah. Killer Joe. I'm gonna listen to Quincy Jones.
Let me just say, the juke joint is up there. The Thriller is up there, but hands down, The Wiz.
I was gonna say The Wiz. I swear, I know y'all like quit jocking, Cheryl. I'm telling y'all, I was gonna say The Wiz, but man, The Wiz. Yate is like, I'm still on the Thriller. I mean, the Thriller, that's your age. You see what I'm saying? But I remember the Thriller. But I mean, he was just the man. He was the dude. Yeah.
Now, Thriller. I mean, The Wiz.
The Wiz.
You can't win.
You can't win, and you can't get
out.
Woo-wee. I'm gonna have to play all my Quincy Jones. So y'all go ahead on. Oh shoot! But the pia. Girl, oh, y'all take. But the pia. We don't know what the hell Michael Jackson was saying. Somebody gonna say, when he said, "Mama say, Mama sa, Makusa." They gonna say, that's not what he said. He said, I'm gonna say what I say and I ain't gonna stop. That is not what he said. He said, Mama say, Mama sa, Makusa. Now y'all cut that out. Always making stuff up. He said, Mama say, Mama sa, Makusa. And if he didn't say it, that's what we said. Ain't that right, Cheryl?
Hey, we was there.
We said, Chamon. Spell Chamon. Spell Chamon in the chat. Come on, and spell it. You can't spell Chamon. You just gotta say it. You gotta feel Chamon. Michael, that's because of Quincy Jones. So I'm glad to see that everybody pretty much knows who Quincy Jones is. And if you and your children don't know who Quincy Jones is, we beg you, please go on any of your download musical, whatever you guys call this stuff, and go and listen to some Quincy Jones, and your life, you will feel that much better. And like my BFF Monica just said, he has such a range and vast workings, and yeah, it's probably too hard for us to even capture. But Yate, but when she put the Liberian girls, but the pia. If you're not listening, you don't know Liberian Girl, then you gotta listen to the song. You be like, not Ladosha. I know Yate is over here like Ladosha ain't got no sense. But the pia. All right. Yeah, what was you gonna say, Cheryl? I see.
Hey, it's just some great songs. I don't think that Quincy Jones. Everybody has a Quincy Jones song. They may not have a lot of other people's songs, but I believe everybody has a Quincy Jones song.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. All right. So Quincy Jones, rest in peace. You are forever in my playlist. We listened to you at the salon. So I'm probably gonna die with some Quincy Jones, Cheryl Levert, KRS-One. When I die, y'all already know. Just go ahead on a bump. Dang. Don't be come on now. Don't be putting me in a casket and crying. Though I do want Cheryl to jump on the urn and say, "Thank me, Lord." That don't you? Y'all just go on and throw on some carrots, want to have a party, get y'all some brass monkey, and check on up out of here. Okay, that's how it's going down. But it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful show today. Again, we're going to be talking about some gadgets and gadgets. So we got our one current event today. It's all about Quincy Jones. And whenever you feel a Quincy Jones song, just go ahead on and drop it in the chat because he just hits you like that. No pun intended. Stuff like that. Come on, Cheryl. Do it. What makes you feel like doing stuff like that? Oh, they don't know nothing about stuff like that.
They don't know nothing about
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, this is a true story. My cousin gonna kill me for this. I'm sorry, Anthony, but I gotta do it. Quincy Jones was so influential in our family, and his song was called Stuff Like That, that my uncle nicknamed his son Stuff. Hey, and we called him Stuff, and he was the cute. I'm sorry, Anthony.
Oh man,
his real name is Anthony Smith, but we call him affectionately, he's Stuff. And so, because you got to listen to the song. So Stuff Like That, go ahead and check it out. So again, we talked about our fundraiser that we did this morning. So let me take an opportunity. You guys are going to love this. All right. So everybody, I want y'all to take a deep breath. Okay. Come on, let's do it together. Through your nostrils. Come on. All the way through your nostrils. And then blow it out. All this excitement here. So we're going to get you guys all revved up one more again. So in case you guys didn't know, I always like to brag. I went over to the Gambia. There I am, doing some work in the school. There I am, pushing some color. And then I have the Wright Library here. And so now the Gay and Juro has been donated some land. There it is, guys. We got to give them a big round of applause, right? So this is their new campus in Kotu. It's Kofu. Kotu. Yeah, Kotu. Kotu, Gambia. And so this is outside of Banjul. Okay. So this is their new campus. And so this is the Gay and Juro Skills Academy. And they have about 5 disciplines that they're teaching there, including tailoring. They also had what was that show? Catering.
Right.
Event planning. We're missing another one: catering, event planning, tailoring, arts and crafts. Okay, so that's what they have. All right, and then Cheryl didn't know this, but Fatu had said to me sometime towards the end of last year, we're gonna we've been donated this land in this school, and we're gonna take our cosmetology class and we're gonna name it after you. And I'm like, come on, Fatu.
Oh
You
man,
ain't gotta do all that. Fatu is she said, no. They call me Professor Lingear. Okay. No. Lingear. We must. And so here you go. This is down some of the hallway there. So again, this is just one of the disciplines there. You got arts and crafts. So they have one for their hairdressing, beauty, and cosmetology. They use the term more hairdressing than cosmetology, like we do here in the States. But anywho, so they named the classroom, after Ladosha Wright. It's not a school, guys. We don't want to exaggerate. So you got the classroom there, and so in case you guys are ready, I know in case you guys are ready. So can you give us a countdown, Cheryl? 5, 4. You guys want to see? This is what inside the classroom looks like. Okay.
2, 1.
Bam! There it is, guys. Come on, put your hands together. Is that or is that not like the bomb.com? Put your hands together. This is the classroom. There it is, the Ladosha Wright class of cosmetology, and that there is our wall of honor. Now, I can't take no credit for this concept. This is the brainchild of Fatu. And so Fatu says, you're always, when I wrote the curriculum, now their cosmetology curriculum ain't like ours. They literally have Black history in their curriculum.
Absolutely.
Okay? They have to know this stuff. And during the pandemic, they were tested on it. They need to know who these people are. So starting off with Fatu, we're going from left to right. All right. So here is Fatu right here with the head wrap on. Okay. So she is the founder of the Gay and Girl Skills Academy. Then we have George Washington Carver, of course, who've done I mean, we wouldn't be washing no hair or nothing. All this y'all talking about, oh, we know, no, was already done, right? And then there's Kilolo, okay, Lingear, don't forget Lingear, Professor Lingear, okay. And then over here we have Annie Turbo Malone, and Cheryl corrected me. Again, we just want to reiterate that before there was ever any such thing as a cosmetology school, this woman right here had already graduated. Say that number again, Cheryl, because you know I forgot.
She had already created the official vocation of hairdressing for Black women in America, North America. And the diplomas that I have, and one of my most prized possessions, it has her signature, 1929, 29,335 agents that she had educated.
29,000. We ain't even got 29,000 likes up in this all combined since we've been all going live. You see the mass. I mean, listen here, guys. Give this woman Fatu Sangay some hand clap emojis in the chat. And then, of course, you know, we got Cheryl's dad. Now, Cheryl did not have any clue that this was taking place behind her back. And so this is really, really important for the students and for you guys, because there's always to complain about they never recognize us, they don't do that. This is what we can do for ourselves. I want you guys to know this. We don't have to wait for people to do things for us. We can do this ourselves. We cannot do cosmetology and barbering in no parts of the world without Dr. Willie Morrow. And we can't do that if you guys don't help ring the alarms and, you know, wave the balloons and all the noisemakers so people can know that Dr. Willie Morrow is definitely a history maker. So this is a wall of history makers. Then on the end where that hand is, of course, there is the legendary Olive Benson. There's my bootleg hairstyle. You know, copy that for her and everything. But she does it much better than I. But anywho, so that is what happened today. So it is official. We have a wall of honor with our history makers. We're doing this stuff ourselves. The students are most appreciative of this. CJ, I would like to give a special thank you to my little boo-boo takey man. That's right. So big up to I gotta bring a picture of my son so you guys can know what he looks like. But CJ brought Fatu's vision to life. And so when you go visit the school, you can go there and it will be hanging up on the wall. Please don't come to the hair salon looking for it. No, I'm not going to put that in the hair salon. It belongs in a school. Okay. So that is where that is at. So I'm very honored. I wish my parents was here, but at the end of the day, not only did I do this for my parents, but if you guys watch the documentary, which we're coming up on our 2-year anniversary, so we may have to do a little, you know, watch show again with that. And that you'll see where I promised Dr. Morrow that I would carry that legacy forward. And I know if her father was just here in the physical, he would say, you know,
he'd be in the game.
Yeah, he'd be like, come on, where we going, y'all? So there you have it. And we have another picture of it. So this was before it went up, and they just had this big, you know, and you can watch this on the live too. You can go to the Gay and Girl Skills Academy, and so Fatu and them is like giving a mad shout. I don't want this to be about, it's really not about me, it's about the school. But this is what happens when we have responsible leadership, right? And we use our influence for good. So I'm not like, you know, the most popular kid on the block, but I just want to encourage you guys. If you are one of those people where you are a person of influence in your circle, use it for good. You don't just have to, you know, get all invites to the party. You know what I'm saying? Right. Use that to help other people out. And so there it is. They're erecting it, and it is officially up on the wall. And then there's Fatu during the live, pretty much saying what we're saying. You can see people in the background. And so we interviewed her today to take you guys on a journey and to raise money. Our goal was to raise, or still is to raise, $500, which goes a long way.
And
No
again,
one, yeah, she talked about how this money helps pay faculty, and it helps with equipment and all kinds of stuff that we just probably think $500 would not make a difference. And so to those people who have donated, we appreciate it. So we're going all the way through tonight. So I will drop the Cash App link while we're here. I could just put it up there. It's $ Miss Ladosha, but I'll put the link that way you can just punch it in. Whatever amount you want to donate, it's cool with us. Ain't that right, Cheryl?
it's cool with us. It's
All right,
just
so sure. Well, I look for that link. Tell them, how did you feel, and what did you think about what they are doing? Because Monica questioned about STEM, and I said they don't have STEM for two. Was like, shut up. Yes, we do have STEM. She did. She's like, be quiet, Kilolo. We do have STEM. So share with them your thoughts about all the great stuff that they're doing. I'm going to look for that Cash App link. So go ahead, Cheryl, take it away.
man, just the passion that was reignited into my mind and into my heart. We have here in the United States, Black hair care history enthusiasts and barbers and hairstylists. We have a chance to really partner and engage with them into a future that we see, because we've been holding the historical, the industrial kind of we've been holding it down, right? But here we are, we have a school that is trying to reach out to us so we can reach back into them. And so the Ladosha Wright Cosmetology Wall of Honor, it was a surprise to me this morning. And so I didn't know, but thank you for that. My family thanks you for that. We thank the family of the Gay Ninjoro Hairdressing Academy, and making sure that tomorrow's entrepreneurs have the same path, the same opportunity as Fatu and yourself, Ladosha, Olive Benson, Willie Morrow, and Annie Malone, and of course George Washington Carver, just to make sure that they can follow those footsteps. Absolutely great to be a part of it. It was exciting.
It really, really is. And when I decided that I wanted to, go over to Africa, this is, you don't have this kind of stuff in mind, but real talk. Cheryl and I, when we first started talking, we actually talked about, was there a way that we could get like a Dr. Morrow like university? Remember that, Cheryl?
Yeah.
And we had talked with Kent. We were going to pitch this, that this should be a higher learning discipline, and so here it is. It's actually going to. It is happening. It's not going to happen. It is happening. Mm-hmm. And so, if you are a licensed cosmetologist, you're a barber again, or a hair aficionado, this is our third current event. We are announcing that and come December, we're going to do a full presentation of my trip to the Gambia via Textures Intercultural Exchange. Back then it was 2019. It says 2025, but it should say 2025. So we're going to go next year in October. Okay. Oh yeah, it sure does. Okay, I thought it said 2019. All right, I got the right one this time. So we're going to do Textures Intercultural Exchange 2025 in October of next year. And so we're gonna, Rashida and I and Cheryl, we're gonna take you guys on the actual journey. Before I got there, we're gonna talk about everything so you guys can see what this actually looks like. And if you are interested to roll up your sleeves, now this is not a diva trip, okay? Not that we ain't gonna be diva-fied, but it is not a diva trip. It's work. It is work. I'm telling you, it is work, but it is truly a labor of love. And I love to just show this picture over and over again. And the funny story is when the lights went out, because they have these rolling blackouts, so I was teaching and everything, and the lights went out, right? And I was like, oh man, me and Rashida was like, oh, the lights went out. Well, we're going to, end the class and come back in the morning, and everybody took out their cell phone. And let me tell you, they put their flashlight. Y'all see that? I was like, what y'all doing? They said, keep teaching. I was like, okay. And as you can see, I'm like dripping sweat. It was hot, but it was such a fantastic time. So if this is your lane and you like to teach, you like to learn, because they taught me too. Remember, it's an intercultural exchange. And this is what we would call a humanitarian, right, Cheryl?
Absolutely.
This would be a humanitarian endeavor.
Yeah.
I did write it off on my taxes. You ain't gonna get all of it back now. You know, Uncle Sam's not gonna give you everything back, okay? But by all means, you definitely can. She is a 501, maybe not C3, because I don't know what they call this, but she is nonprofit. So if you want to take this opportunity to do some intercultural exchange, this will be the one for you. So it is a humanitarian and educational endeavor. That is exactly what this is. So we go there and we teach them a few things, and then in turn, and it's the same day. It's not like we stop, pause. No, while we're teaching them, they say no, 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 and then they teach us. I mean, it's like boots on the ground, and it's a wonderful thing. The government loves. They really do love me. I'm not trying to make this up, and I love them. Okay, and so it's a wonderful opportunity. So again, thank you, Cheryl, for just being that last piece of that puzzle. It's still a bigger puzzle, and
Yes.
there's more pieces because everybody has their own puzzle. But in my puzzle, Dr. Morrow definitely, was that last piece to help me feel like my mission was complete and I can go on and continue to do what I love to do. Okay, so there you have it. So again, let's give a big, big round of applause. And if you feel compelled to make a donation, I hate to sound like Kamala, but $1, $5, it makes no difference. The Cash App is there. Just hit it and you could just donate to your heart's content. And of course, we appreciate it. And tomorrow morning, I will announce the final amount, and I'll put a little graphic up there saying thank you. And so people can know, and you can continue to donate, up until we get to Africa. So we're going to have this fundraising thing going on the entire time. So get ready, guys, to go on a wonderful journey. So we appreciate you guys. Yeah, that's a commitment to learning. I'm dead serious. And I just, hey, whoever thunk it, you never know. So there you have it. So let's get into the topic today, which is all about this thing called, does anybody have this brush at home? When you're a hairstylist, you have to buy these things. Now, sometimes like now companies, because we're popular here, we're not influencer levels, but Charlotte and I, we are credible influencers or whatever you want to call us. And companies do, they reach out and they say, hey, but this company did not, this is not the company's brush. Okay. But this is a knockoff. And I think Cheryl will be able to talk about imposters and knockoffs, because we have to talk about that. Because I think some of your dad's stuff ended up being knocked off. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so this is very real, but this isn't an imposter, but this was an actual invention. It was called the Flexi Detangler brush. Okay. And so it's supposed to make detangling textured hair nice and easy. I did a review on this on my right here on the Afro Hair Science YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And yeah, I did a review on it. I'm just gonna cut through the chase. What you say? What did I say?
Yeah, I said you're gonna tell us what you really think.
I thought it sucked, but that's my opinion. They're like cell phones. Everybody has one. And as we watch these videos, I'll tell you why. But people's levels of expectations are different when it comes to, detangling. But I have my reasons about it. But hey, my mantra I don't care what anybody says, including me. If it works, use it. Okay, that's just what I got to say. Now that's just my opinion. If you like the Flexi brush, by all means go ahead and use it. I would not sell it, but it's up to you if you like it. But I thought it was just absolutely not good.
How does it work?
So I got some videos here. So let's gonna hop
Okay.
into it. So we're gonna talk about it, and I also have we have an alternative to that did work. And so here we go. Let's get our videos going. Now drop your questions in the chat. If you have questions about detangling, now is a good time. Again, if you feel compelled to drop a Quincy Jones song in the chat, you can do that as well. But here, let me get a video going. So the first thing I want to do, Cheryl, is talk about what it means. What is with this whole detangling? Why is detangling hair such a big to do for those of us who have textured hair? So here is a video of a young lady who's using the brush and she's talking about detangling. So that's the first thing we need to do, is to talk about why hair matched and all this other stuff, and how do we get to this detangling conversation. So let's get into it. So here's the first video. It's about almost a minute, so sit back and relax as she talks about detangling hair. Here we go, Cheryl.
So my hair is wet down. First off, don't mind if you see like flakes and stuff. My hair is actually has so much gel in it because I was trying to do this style and I just, anyway, besides the point. All right, let's get into this. So my hair is, I just wet it down a little bit, and the rest of this I'm just gonna clip away. Gonna work on one section and see. Let's see what this little detangling brush is hitting for. This is usually how much I'll take to detangle. So by the way, my hair is not detangled. It hasn't been detangled in, I don't know, maybe a week or two, something like that. All right, so usually I start from root to tip, and let's get it. Let's see. Okay. I'm trying to make sure y'all see what's happening. Hold on now, y'all.
Now, I gotta scratch my hair right quick. I, you know, I don't even know where to begin. I'm just gonna start from at the beginning, and then I'm just gonna let Cheryl take it away. And remember, if you have questions about detangling hair, your child's hair, now is the time. We're gonna try to make this a lot easier for you. These types of podcasts are a little bit challenging because we don't have people, and if you had people, you would need a full production to really rock this out. So we're doing as best we can, through the conversation. But we have several videos here on the Afro Hair Science YouTube channel about this topic. So Cheryl's gonna take it away. And again, thank you, Facebook. Thank you, LinkedIn. Also, thank you, YouTube and Instagram, for your undying support to the Afro Hair Science YouTube channel. Our goal tonight is to help change the narrative about detangling hair and what to do with it. But just off the rip, sure, I just want to say the problem that I had with the brush more than anything was getting to the regrowth area. And well, and people not able to do it with this. And so we'll talk about some more of the functionality of it. But that's what I saw the most, was that people, they were good getting it, mid shaft down, but that regrowth, it was just like, ooh, cha. And so it was a host of other things, but right there. Okay. So let's start off with what, in your opinion, what is up with people just not combing the hair? Yeah, I'm with you. She said 2 weeks of not combing hair. I don't even know how we got here. And this is probably a very facetious, and y'all can come after me because I'm ignorant. Okay. Just, I really am. But when I grew up, you just you didn't even do no stuff like that with your hair. Your hair had to be plaited down at all times. And this was just, so I'm gonna leave it right there, Cheryl. So let's start off with, what is this whole matted nappy? I can't comb it, and give us some rules of engagement. And let's just kind of walk people through it. Because as a cosmetologist, this is probably the most difficult part of my job, is working with people on combing their hair in an era we're maybe 2, almost 3 generations of don't comb your hair. So
Okay, so do you think that natural hair movement, the people who wear their hair unchemically treated, and Black people, and people with curly hair, and people with straight hair, that would include Europeans, okay, do you guys realize that combing your hair has nothing to do with detangling your hair? You guys do know that those are 2 separate things.
All right, let's answer that question. Yes or no? Did you know that combing hair and detangling hair are 2 different things? And don't forget, I can see Sandra now say, hit that thumbs up button while you're answering the question. So take a few moments out and answer the question. We're just going to give that chat a few minutes to respond. And I'm going to ask the question again to everyone on Facebook, LinkedIn, as well as YouTube, and of course, Instagram. What's up, IG? I see y'all in the chat. Did you know that combing hair and detangling hair are 2 different things? All right, so let's see. Lawana says it takes her an hour to detangle. Okay. Wekay says people believe in low manipulation, and so therefore they don't want to do either. Oh, that's interesting. They think it causes breakage and damages hair. Oh, I've heard that. I won't deny. Wekay, you got
Low manipulation. What is low manipulation for hair that's already in its natural state? What is that about?
okay. Wekay, it's probably take you a couple of seconds to get your what they call that, type on. So she says, can you I've never heard that. I'm going to be honest. But low manipulation, I've never heard that before. So therefore, they don't want to comb or brush multiple times a week.
Is that the natural hair care lingo for not wanting to comb it?
That's new. I can't answer that.
I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah. So we're giving you a few minutes. I know. Wekay's like, hold on, I'm trying to answer 2 questions. So Sandra says yes, she knows that they are 2 separate things. Michelle Allen says yes. Wekay says that. I'm sorry. Yate says Real Roots. I'm sorry. Real Roots TV says is low manipulation no manipulation. I'm with you on that one. That's very new for me. I've never even heard of that. And then Sandra says YouTube University has people finger detang. Now that I have heard, finger detangling. I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? So we're waiting for
Is there a natural hair care person in the chat, like who calls them a natural hairstylist?
Well, this one is for the public, so that may
Is there a person in the chat? Like, not all of you guys. I'm just saying, is there a person?
We have, this particular platform is not geared towards professionals or people who do that. But if you do, Cheryl says, go ahead on and shout yourself out.
Right. Does Wekay do?
No, Wekay does not do that. She's a partner. Okay, so these are our customers.
Anybody? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. This is not Planet Pluto pseudo.
No, I'm not talking about professionally. Just anybody who considers their hair a natural hair person. That's what I meant. Anyone? Anyway.
Okay, it's not coming up.
What's not coming up?
No answers, but it's delayed. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. Got you.
Takes a minute. You know, you're real little.
All right. Okay. So no.
Okay, hold up. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. She does have a little answer because she's just responding to your first question. What is low manipulation? So low is not touching the hair much. It's low manipulation, like protective hairstyles. The less you touch it or comb it, the better it is. That's what people believe. And so Michelle Alice says, yes, she considers herself a natural hair aficionado. Okay, there you go, Cheryl. Thank you so much, Wekay. Okay. And thank you, Michelle. Thank you.
Okay, so we understand that detangling comes from not combing. So detangling is not combing. Detangling is mechanical. Combing is preparation, like you're prepping it, you're styling it, you're parting it, and you want the hair to be, and you're preparing it for a hairstyle. When people, will you guys say something, Kilola?
No.
Okay. And so detangling has nothing to do with combing. Detangling is because you didn't comb it. And at that point, the natural hair care world has created a whole nother tool set, a whole nother utility set, a whole nother lingo. They've created a whole nother other because of not combing it. So now detangling is used for the word combing. Detangling is because it's matted. Combing is just because you're preparing for a style and you're just transitioning the style and you want to wear a ponytail now instead of having it down, or you want to put it up in a bun. You're transitioning. Combing is just hygiene. Combing is grooming. Detangling is mechanical. It's because you didn't comb it. It's because you guys have low manipulation techniques, because you don't know how to comb it. Therefore, you get a tangle. Then you try to detangle it. And then, because combing, you don't have any tangles, especially if you're combing regularly, as you should. So combing is grooming and detangling. And so now you created, since Y2K, you have all these companies trying to solve a problem because you're not combing it, and then detangling actually becomes an industry, which is not an industry. It's because you won't comb it.
Wow. I'm gonna drop the bomb on that, y'all, because I've been confused about this for a very, very long time. Let me drop the bomb on that story right quick. Because I was that lady, I don't know her name, but she got the song, right?
My hair, I don't even know what
She got a song that goes, how did we get here? I don't know who sang that. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Oh, come on now, Sam.
I don't know who sang the song. Deborah Cox. That's not the name that I had in mind. I didn't know who sang it. But how did we get here? I could not, because they have these detangling, and I in the beginning, like this was unheard of. But the way
never detangled my hair.
Yeah,
Have
but
you?
No, not since I didn't comb it when I was a kid. I got in trouble, but my hair is always combed. But I think there's a lot of people in the chat who's making comments about and this, we got to work through this, guys. We just got to kind of work through it. The anti-combing. So now you have the hair salon industry.
Good word.
The hair salon and barber industry was not prepared. Our infrastructure, our business model does not have detangling as a part of the salon. Am I saying this right? Yate?
Absolutely. We don't detangle.
That is not a part of what we do. Like you do that at home. You maintain your hair. Even if you were never, like, I didn't grow up in a hair salon. I did not. The only time I went to a hair salon once, and they, it was not, they sent me home because I didn't have a relaxer. So, but when I went there, my hair was combed out. So, and I think that people who don't comb their hair don't realize that hair salons and barbershops, the business model is not in the business of
To
detangling.
fixing your problem. No.
Yeah.
Because no. It's not ever the barbershop. No one does that. No one does that. Detangling people are not the word detangle. It has tangle in it. The word detangle means take tangles out or reverse tangle. It says tangle, which is a mechanical, means that you're fixing something. You're untangling something. It should not have been tangled to begin with because we do grooming. It's grooming. And so we don't, but the problem is that you gave away $2.5 billion by creating a world for other people because that was made in China. So now you gave $2.5 billion to China because you won't comb your hair. Then you created an industry called detangling. Now we have the word on products, detangler. Just comb it, groom it, and take your time. I don't care how small you got to do it. The point is once you do it, Africa has given you ways to keep fibers, fabric, hair from tangling in the first place.
And yeah. And with that being said, before we get into it, our virtual co-host says, Cheryl, it is time for you to help people, show people what to do to help change the narrative about detangling hair. So follow Cheryl's instructions right now and do. Show them what to do, Cheryl. Do this. There you go. Thank you so much. You guys have been doing a lot better hitting the like, share, and subscribe button. Our goal is to get 3,000 subscribers. It's moving on up. We're moving on up like Georgia Weasley. Yeah, and this is an authentic build here. Remember, guys, we don't advertise. We do this one person at a time. But anywho, back to the conversation about detangling. So this one, it can be a little tricky for people because I think Wekay, I think I lost your comment, but Wekay said that there is, there it is. I'm sorry. Here she go. She said there's an extra charge. We do. We do because it's a lengthy service.
So let me ask you guys a question. If detangling actually is a thing, why would we charge more for it?
The average person comes in to untangle their hair. It literally is about anywhere from 30
so we really do have an epidemic of Black people.
Oh yeah, I mean, we could book a person, and I think, like I said, the business model for hair salons and barbershops did not include that because people just didn't come to the hair salons with their hair like that. When I first opened up, like, who came to the hair salon with their hair not combed? Like, what y'all talking about? And so now people come to the hair salon. She said she hadn't combed her hair in 2 weeks. People who I don't even know if they don't frequent. I don't even know how to say it. But there's a lot of people that you're talking about months with no comb. And then, I forgot. Thank you so much, Real Roots. Let's not forget sponging their hair over and over and over. It's yeah. And then the boys have the little cuts, where it's tight faded on the side, and the top is just like really like matted. And then they want to comb that out, for prom, and they want to get twists. Oh, and the tears.
You see how you see how why I call it mechanical? Because you're fixing something. And because let's just say let's say we have a beautiful baby, about a couple of months. We think that only when the hair starts to transition and it gets in volume, then that's the time to start combing it with our adult mores. See, what our adult mind, and not understanding that from day one, we have to start massaging the scalp and getting the baby prepared for the beauty preparations. Because of course, before it was beauty culture, it was beauty preparations, and then it was hairdressing, beauticians, and things of that nature. But what I'm saying is that combing is not just because you're getting ready to go somewhere. Combing is a part of what the original intent of a comb is to combine. A comb is a grooming tool. It is a energetic grooming tool. And that we talked about that in the Afro Hair Science Summit virtual. But tangling is a whole different phenomenon. That is what we call coiffure neglect. That is neglect. And we have got to really, just the public, have to realize that they're not the same thing. And unfortunately, they're creating things now for something false that doesn't exist. And now we're just buying them. And then China keeps making them. And everybody's making money off of the fact that we don't want to comb our hair. And once again,
and I think that's the first time that I've ever heard it put that way. And like I said, as a professional, it is very hard to talk about. It's kind of like trying to tell somebody their breath smells, or you have BO, like body odor. These are not things that you want. I mean, it's one thing to say you got a little booger on your nose or you got a spot on your pants. Those things are you can really address that and help a person. Excuse me, sir, your fly is open. Yeah, you can do those things, but personal space like body odor, simple chronic halitosis, and unkempt hair, you're moving in the danger zone because there's so many emotions. Huh?
Even as a hairstylist?
I find it very uncomfortable because they're very combative about like not combing their hair. And I did not realize.
I find that so fascinating.
It is very fascinating. And I thank you, Wekay, for shedding some light with these new lexicons like low manipulation, like the fairy knots. I have a wonderful video right here on fairy knots. The young lady came in and, her hair was oh my gosh. And she said, well, I have a fairy knot situation. Because I was telling her that her hair was tangled. She said, no, these aren't tangles. These are fairy knots. And I'm like, ma'am. And she was really offended that I was telling her that her hair was severely.
Right. So why didn't she comb out her own fairy knots?
Well, she thought I had a special way to remove her fairy knots. And I'm like,
is that a real word?
It's a real. Am I lying? How many people have heard of fairy knots?
I see now. I'm gonna not cook mine up either.
Oh, okay. She said she gonna. How many people in the chat has heard of fairy knots? Fairy knots. Let me look that up right quick. Yeah. Okay, I got one person. Here we go. Where'd she go? And okay, yeah, sure. It's a yep. Sandra E, yep, there it is. They're all coming through. Yep. Thank you, guys. LinkedIn, what about you guys? Have you heard of fairy knots? Instagram, anybody on Instagram, have you guys heard of fairy knots? And fairy knots, single strangle knots. Yeah, so Cheryl is still like, are you serious? And I had never heard of it until the person came in. And again, this is why we keep saying that the cosmetology school, they need to change their curriculum so that we can be up to date to help people out with that. And so, here it is, Cheryl. All right, let me pull it up right quick. Let me just take this down. And they done went, honey, listen. So here we go. Sorry, here we go. Let me just show it. And again, we're talking about the difference between combing and detangling. And so this is what I was confronted with. No better way to say it. Fairy knots, also known, which I didn't know. I think somebody just wrote that in the chat. It's called fairy knots, known as single strand knots, are small knots from curly or coily hair when a strand of hair tangles around itself or others. And it says fairy knots are more common in curly and coily hair because the oval shaped hair follicle makes it easier for strands to loop around each other. That is the most pseudo shit. Excuse me. That shit pseudo as hell. The follicle, did you see that? Fairy knots are more common in coily and curly hair because the oval shaped hair follicles makes it easier for strands to loop around each other. Anatomically, that is the most ignorant. I'm just appalled.
And all you had to do is all you had to do is regularly just comb your hair. It actually comes from matting.
Yeah, your follicle has nothing to do with why your hair.
It ain't got nothing to do with what's going on under the surface.
Yeah, the follicle underneath, guys. See, this is why we said I need a drink. Shit. Damn. Drink. I don't know what to say. I told you
the matting. It just comes
from hard
matting
to talk about. I mean, it's like because we're like the odd man out. We're the
and that's really a name for it, like fairy. Oh,
yeah, look at this. Even the AI, how to get rid of them.
Well, how did it say to get rid of it?
Hold your panties. We're going off.
Are you kidding me?
I'm sorry, guys. Let me take this back down. Okay, the question is I'm gonna go back to that link and see what solutions they had about how to get rid of, and this is from
because fairy knots are not scientific. It's because of course there's lots of reasons. There's headbands, there's rubber bands, there's all types of styling styling gels. You're always laying on your head. It's fairy knots. Wow.
Fairy knots. So this is from Devin S. Now, remember Cheryl said that the hair care companies are responsible for a large portion of our ignorance, right? And this is why, as a professional, we have to take a stance. Like I told you, that influence of this is just me. I'm not talking about anybody else. Like this company here, and Devin S is a pretty cool, they have their product line. It's got to be about 150 products deep.
What? Who?
Devin S. Oh my God. Oh, it's massive. I'm like the Jamaicans. Massive, man. Massive. Devin S. So this is Devin S. This is their solution. Now, this is on their website. And cosmetologist sits in class and goes along with this shit. Excuse me. I'm sorry, but not sorry. And they go along with this, treating existing fairy knots. Now it's time to break down. The first time your first instinct might be to brush or comb through your tiny tangles, but don't do it. Brushing through these knots will cause more damage and you will get more knots.
But it's going to slip through the hole of a wide.
This will not only contribute to split ends and breakage, but likely to tighten the knot and make it harder to untangle. Now I understand why she came to me. And I'm like, girl, get a comb. I think somebody put that in the chat. Instead, follow our guide. So number one, start by separating your hair into 4 sections. But remember, you have all these knots. So 2 on top of 2. So they want you to have 4 sections.
Okay. And so let me ask you guys a question and see when I teach beauty culture, does it make a difference who it is? I want you guys to understand that a knot, a lock, a mat, and a tangle are the same thing.
Not according to this.
Okay, it's the same thing. It is
Repeat that. Can you repeat that one more again? Repeat that, mother.
a knot, a mat, a lock, and a tangle. It's the same thing. It has the same underpinnings. It has the same features. They get that way because of the same reason. Now, one of the things that we have to understand, if you were to walk in the Met in Manhattan, New York City, you walk in the stairs, you go to your left or to your right, and you go to the Egyptian exhibit. As soon as you get through the big hallway, at the time, that first time you go through those walls, you make a sharp right, and they have a chronological invention or tools that represent eras. Okay. And as they go, one of the oldest implements known to man is a comb. Okay. Now, I say that because the comb is an implement, a talisman, okay, an amulet that is carved into symbiology or a symbol on it, or it is akin and germane to a specific people or culture. Okay, you are to, and then in Ethiopia, in the Horn of Africa, you may have a single, looks like a chopstick, to where you keep picking. Okay, and they just keep picking it, right, to make sure that the aura, the head case, the afro, the mass of the head, okay, right, your energy field, it stays what? Energetically, spiritually, physically combed through. Now, if we're going to create an industry out of not combing it, not knowing how to comb it, too lazy to comb it, or we don't have the skill set to comb it, so we leave it alone, and then of course we have pain, that is not beauty. That is not Afrocentric. There is nothing Afrocentric about that. That is creating a problem via neglect. A tangle, mat, lock, or knot is neglect.
So let me tell you what they're saying here. Someone did put in the chat that they want you to use your fingers. And I just wonder, like, where are y'all getting this stuff from? And there it is.
Right. And I don't understand. You have the strongest, most natural, wonderful hair in your head. Why are you guys so cautious? Like, why? You would think that people who have processed color or texture enhancement or any other thing going on, they would be squeamish about manipulating or wanting low manipulation. You guys have the most natural.
Well, hold on. And I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
It says removing fairy knots with your fingers is safer and a more effective way to work through your hair than, you see it? Here it is. Than using a comb or a brush to remove them. Let me tell you something.
Right. And I'm just saying fairy knots is a byproduct of neglect. Go ahead.
I just had to say, oh my God. I just I wonder where some of this stuff is coming from, but Cheryl told us that these hair care companies, they are the ones who are pushing some of this. And I'm taking a stance. When I hear a company saying stuff that's off the Richter scale, like that company, which I didn't know that. I'm shocked that Devin S is even doing that. I just fall back and say, no, I'm not doing business with you. The products are good. Influence has some really good products, but their teaching is horrible. And I would just say, stick to selling the product. Teach us how to sell the product. Don't come with the fake science. And there's another company. Is it Next Level? Bad. Bad man. But it's a great product. It is. But I just now this is a Ladosha. Cheryl did not say this, and I know some people are like, but so and so use it. They can use it, but I'm not saying don't use it. I just said I'm not going to support companies who are pushing and I just learned a word last month, disinformation, because it's bad. So now we have a group of people, a whole generation of people who don't want to comb their hair because of things like fairy knots. So here is the next clip, moving right along. So here comes this Flexi detangling brush as a solution. Here we go.
I'm going to tell you about the benefits of our new Rizos Curls Flexi Detangler Brush. Because these separate, you're able to detangle your hair with less pain. So because as you're detangling, the brush can gently maneuver and it's flexible, this allows it to detangle with less pain and for it to get like the knots out very gently and much easier.
What you talking about, Will?
She must have said the same thing 3 times. And of course, her texture, of course, is not the texture that would, unfortunately. And of course, once again,
that's like MAGA. They're not talking to you, but anywho, they're not. But we bought it. We bought it. Hook, line, and I'm just gonna be honest. I'm just gonna fess up. A company sent this and wanted me to. They did. I'm not gonna tell you who it was, but they wanted, and I told them no. And this is why our work is important in the beauty industry. I told them no, don't do it. And so supposedly with this brush, it has like a little tension that you can go down and make these bristles not flare out. You see that, guys? So you can move them down and you can go up. You see it? So it gets tighter and then you can go down and then it fans out. So like, can you see this on Afro Hair? Dude, like this is not even functioning in real life. This is one of those things where it's good in theory, but not in practice. And this is why being a consultant in our industry is important. And this is why you should join our community because, and these are good paying jobs, by the way. The companies do trust us, but you got to have your stuff in order. Cheryl does a lot of consulting for companies as well. And this is why cosmetologists and barbers were very important. So I know a lot of you all who are watching us, you are not in the industry, but Cheryl and I just want to demonstrate that we are working responsibly behind the scenes. We were not able to stop this from being invented, but I was able to stop a company from wasting their money on their own version of it. I'm like, no, just combs are good enough. Don't do that, okay?
technique is good enough. We want you to not let and neglect your hair to make it knot, to make it lock, to make it tangle. That's the key. Detangling is not a thing. It's a neglect. That's the point.
And also, thank you so much, Real Roots TV, for pointing this out. One of the things you have to understand when you're watching these videos on these platforms, that the lady had already combed her hair before doing that. She's 100% right. She didn't even start from beginning to end. So there, again, if it works for you, just go ahead and use it. But in I call it real hair on real people in real life. That is a definitely a big no-no. So let's go back to pain, okay? That's Wekay talked about seeing hair coming out and talking about pain before we wrap this up. So here we go. It hurt.
Then you could try.
Oh, sorry.
then you could try out the same things that work for me and see if it works for you as well. I'm gonna get a towel. Here I am with a towel on me. Okay, so my hair is wet, and before I put product in it, I'm gonna try detangling without product. My hair is very naughty. Ooh. So this brush is also supposed to define your curls as well as detangle. Damn, it really does shape to like your hair. Ooh, this hurts though. That's just because my hair is super naughty though.
All right. Super naughty. It hurts. Hair conforming.
Now, guys,
I told y'all this hard. Let me mute my mic.
Please, can you guys please stop spraying water on it? Will you please stop doing?
No, I'm gonna use water to the day I die. Water.
Yeah, so here you guys
to play.
Right. So, people, there's no slick in water. Water is a curl trigger. Okay, water makes hair curlier. So stop pouring. Water is not a beauty product. It's not a styling aid. It doesn't help you. It only exacerbates your curl pattern because water is what?
A trigger.
A trigger. It makes it what? Loop even more.
You mean to tell me that's not coming from the follicle? I thought it was the shape of the follicle. I thought the follicle. Let me show y'all this. Show we gotta get that anatomy again. But this is the one y'all used to. And we're gonna show y'all again.
The follicle is inside of the yellow fat.
Do y'all see that? So stop listening to those people who keep telling you the product is going to seal the follicle. The product is going, the follicle. No, you can't even see. It's an organ. Imagine if somebody, can you see your heart? Can you see your liver? Can you see your kidneys? Can you see your spleen? I know you can see your eyes. That's an organ too. I get it. But the inner workings of the eye, can you see it? No. So please, for the love of Cheryl and Ladosha, stop it.
Right. Okay. So we know that once you pull that out, it comes all the way up to the what? Just the hole. It's called the mouth of the follicle. But the follicle is inside of the subcutaneous tissue called the dermis. Okay? It doesn't have anything to do with the helictable or the helix. I always had trouble saying that word. The helix, the coil. It has nothing to do. This is not scissors with a ribbon and it makes it coil. It ain't none of that. Okay? Please. If you are detangling, you have some form of neglect. Hair just does not naturally tangle. Now, we've already, if you guys watched 400 Years Without a Comb, and if you guys been paying attention to Fatu and her braiding, they don't suffer from a lot of detangling issues because they have already given you the hair, the string effect. After you braid it, you string it, and the next morning, it is as if you just combed it out. Hair just doesn't naturally do that. Hair naturally does that if you go to bed and you lay on it and lay on it and lay on it. Now
and put a bonnet and put a bonnet and put a bonnet and put a bonnet. That is not our stuff.
And then I want you guys to go. You guys understand that the part of the carpet you guys walk on the most that doesn't look like the carpet that you don't walk on? it gets what? Matted, because you keep walking on it. But then even when you go to straighten out the fibers are damaged because of laying on it. It's called friction. It's a fiber. It's a fiber. It's like,
don't you be referring, listen here, Sexy Red. Don't you be referring to my hair as no damn carpet. You're insulting. Calling my hair as no damn carpet. What
so when you keep walking on it, it damages the fiber. It's a matter of a utility. You just keep doing it and doing it. It's a physical thing. It has nothing to do that the hair just grows up into a loop and it loops around itself. It needs something to grab onto in order to do that. It's a mat. Matted hair gets what you guys call fairy knots.
And y'all see these little pictures here?
It can happen to 1 as A, and it can happen to 4C. I'm sorry. It can happen. Oh, so type 1 don't have an A, B, and C?
Wow. How did I get alive?
Okay. So I'm just letting you guys know, 1 straight hair gets knots too. But it is accumulation of what? It has to be pressed up against something. It just doesn't knot up. I'm sorry.
And we hope and we hope you guys can understand, like, this is why these little diagrams and stuff like that, these are not good. Okay. Ain't no hair looking like this. And like Cheryl said, the fibers, they're gonna come together. It's a fabric. That's what it does.
Right.
Like we call clothes fabric and we call hair or fibers, but it's just wordplay, but it's still a fabric. And these fabrics, microscopically, they have little outer, they're proteins, and they look like bark on a tree. And they respond to the climate. So when you're putting these stupid bonnets, y'all like, Monique talking about some, hey, y'all better take them. Yeah, she's right. This is not, we don't do this, guys. This is not us. You don't do this. You comb this hair.
Culture because of the neglect that you're willing to do. Natural hair care, the things that have come out of that movement is only a response of either what? Lack of education or neglect. This is not grooming.
It's not.
Grooming is an exercise. Grooming is a joy. Grooming is something
part of hygiene. It's like brushing your teeth.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like you don't wake up in the morning and say, I'm not gonna get them eye boogers out because I got 4C eyelashes. Girl, if you don't get your ass to that bathroom.
Or I'll just put a little tree stump in my mouth and I want to be, I got unbothered teeth, so I don't want to brush it. Grooming is our birthright.
And
people on the planet to do it.
Now you say grooming is our birthright, but you hear this term like protective hairstyles, right? Where people are looking for hairstyles that
protect their schedule,
that they don't have to do, and it's like
protect they damn. I got up too late. That protective hair. Where does that have to do with grooming? So where does the grooming come in? Grooming is Afrocentric. It's a pleasure to groom myself. It is part of the regimen of taking care. It's a spiritual grooming. It's a physical grooming. It is prideful grooming. It is part of your self-esteem and self-awareness. It is relaxing. Where does the tangles come in?
Right, and we're not shaming it says up here, you see it, Cheryl, type 4 coily hair. If that's how you want to wear your hair as a style, it is not our place to say, girl, you need to go in the house and comb your hair. What we're saying is when you go to bed at night, it's in her best interest to do what to that hair, Cheryl?
To groom it, plait it.
Come on.
Repair it.
Come through, Jesus.
Prep it.
Come on, Jesus.
To do it the style.
Praise the Lord.
Time. So while she gets in the shower, she got her clothes out. She know what she's doing. She going in there and get her mushroom coffee, hopefully. And she go in there and drink her water with apple cider vinegar lemon. And then she go in there and prepare her damn day. And then right before she gets her blazer and her pocketbook, She takes her hair down. She takes her fingers at that pointer. She takes her Afro comb and she takes her black hand comb and she does this and she does that, does this. And then she does the same cycle every night.
Every night. Did y'all hear that? You hear the crescendo? It was coming up every night. Stop going to bed with your head up on your head. This is what I say to people, right? I have my older peeps come in, right? We're talking about everybody like over 60, 55 and up. And they'll come to me like, I just don't know what to do with my hair at night. That's what I say, Cheryl. Let me put my mic up here, y'all. Now
Come on,
growing up.
Come on now.
We ain't never went to no bed with your head. You can put any adjective you want on it. Nappy, good, I don't care, Puerto Rican, white, whatever you want to call it. You did not go to bed without your hair plaited down. These parents are paying in excess of $100, $200, $85, $95 for a hairstyle. Take half the braids now and wanted the kids to walk out with these Afro puffs in the back down. No. Even if you got your hair pressed, they either rolled it or put them ponytails in. You cannot go to bed. This is not our culture. You don't go to bed with your head like that. You will never make it to work on time.
And let me just say this to you.
You'll be late for school every day.
I'm a chronic ponytail and bun wearer. Everybody knows that. But I put on, okay, because I literally have like nighttime outfits, right? I'll put the beanie on, okay? I even travel with the beanie. I don't put my hair on other things that I don't know where they've been. So I travel. I always cover my head, okay, with a beanie. I always wear a beanie, but I don't do much. But I have a technique that I will comb my hair 3 and 4 times a week. And I'm talking about with the cream. I don't use water and I don't have a problem. I don't wet it first and then say.
You don't want no moisturize? You ain't gonna moisturize it. You ain't gonna moisturize your hair.
I always comb. I don't let anything wet further mat it or further tangle it or because wet makes it.
Folks be asking me, how you moisturize your hair? I use some good old-fashioned cheap-ass oil sheen, okay? I'm not putting no wet on my hair. I want no cream. I want some oil. I want some cheap, what you call that, mineral powder?
Okay. Please, come on now.
Okay, I use some cheap mineral oil, okay? That's what I use, all right? So if you have this hairstyle, go ahead on and rock it. But at night, all of these textures, every last one of them, number 1 will tangle. Number 2, number 3, number 4. You must braid this hair down.
And I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
bonnet, do something.
Combing it, you'll use less product. If you keep it combed, you'll use less product. People put product on top of product because it's so tangled. And they put more on and more on and more on. It just gets wetter and curlier, wetter and curlier, wetter and curlier, and more tangled, and it just goes. And then you just got a mess. You don't want, and then to comb all of that out, guess what they do? They put more water on it.
Mm-hmm. The problem with the bonnets is that even if you plait the hair down, right? Because people will come in and say, I got a bonnet. That ain't I don't even know what y'all. I mean, bonnets to me was all about holding the hair off of the face for like a wedding, you know. So
bonnet is not something to sleep.
Yeah, you don't got no. Like the white lady invented the bonnet, and we've been no, we ain't wearing no bonnets to bed. Y'all know we ain't did that. We tied scarves on our heads, but we didn't wear no bonnets.
I just use this and I just keep it. I wear it.
If you put this and you got this afro underneath that bonnet and you sleeping and
it don't make a difference. All I do is just loosen this up. Boom.
What was that you said you put on your head? What kind of cap?
And I do this, make sure it's loose, and I put it down and I put a beanie.
A beanie. Notice she did not say a beanie bonnet. You want to constrict the hair. You don't
Right.
want the hair.
I'm already here. It's loose, right? Then I go. And don't laugh about with my beanie, y'all. Come on now.
Y'all got us doing all this. See that?
And I go to bed.
I see that. And what I do is I just go ahead on.
And then by the time, and then when I wake up in the morning, it'd be so neat.
Right. And so here's what I do with mine. Now I would just wrap. Now we have videos. It's for the free, guys. Now you said what you're supposed to do with your hair. Now, if you have an afro, you're gonna have to plait that hair down or put it in 2 ponytails, or like Cheryl said, somehow you gotta constrict it, put a beanie on it. Now, straight hair, you can wrap this, forget your race, it's just the hair. And you can tie this down at night.
Boom.
And to keep that hair from what? Poofing. Now, I know how to do my hair. Sometimes you get sleepy and you go to bed, or if you're with your boo thing, you may not want to sleep with one no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm vain. You know, like, I don't want to sleep with him with that on my head, okay? But you can, once you get to know him or her, whoever you're sleeping with, okay? You can tie. Y'all do y'all thing, okay?
Wait a minute, that damn Cat Williams.
So you tie this down at night and it'll constrict it and keep the hair from responding. Like, think of walking on the carpet.
Right.
So you said your bonnet doesn't have much room. It should be snug to the head. It has to be snug. If it's loose, forget about it. I don't care if it's Ladosha's loosen up bonnet. It has to be snug fit to the head.
And then if I really know I got somewhere to go in the morning, what I will do is that I will part in forest combing, put it in a bun, and then I will put cream on the bun part. So when I take it down, right? So when I take it down, guess what?
She got waves in there. Ooh, look at that.
I got some waves in that mug. You know,
look at that. Look at that. She got that good hair. Hey.
I got that what?
Hey, Dad. She got, how about a doobie? Yes.
Right.
You can do a doobie. Just make sure that you're tying the hair down. Right. Because like Cheryl said, we have to keep combing this hair. People ask me, people say, the first thing we ask about the hair salon is, well, how many times do you comb your hair a day? And they go, what? I'm like, do you comb your hair?
Like just go to bed, boom, put that beanie on there.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Turn your head to the side again so they can see that. That's real sexy.
What?
Yep, there it is. You guys see that? Look at how nice that is. Keep it simple. All right, but you can't walk around with that head. You don't go to bed. You can walk around with it however you want to, okay? But
and put a beanie on this and get up in the morning. Man, shoot, come on now. Y'all
look, my cousin that came through the chat, so I got some proof. That's my cousin Toddy, all right? What's up, Hottie Toddy? All right, so Hottie Toddy will tell you, in our family, when I went to Africa, it all made sense. In our family, boo, you could not even go to the door with your hair uncovered. Like, where you going? Oh, Pookie and them want nobody come outside and play. No, you cannot. I'm like, you got to go upstairs, brush your teeth, comb your hair, and wash your ass. Okay, I'm just saying. We could not walk, and it was like we had a family name that we had to protect, and you know, you a wine gardener, you a Smith, you know, you are right. You cannot. And I know y'all like this is undue, this is unjust. Oh, look at that. I love it. There it is.
Hair pride.
I love it.
Hair pride. Have some damn hair pride. Get your ass to there.
And we all had, it wasn't like we all had the same type of hair. My cousin's hair was different from mine. Mine was different from hers. I was wearing 2 French braids, and she used to have the salt and pepper, you know, but I tell you what, it was combed. Because my mom was not saying, we didn't go to no beauty salons. Toddy and them went, but we didn't go. My mother was the beauty salon.
And my dad owned a
Was she, Toddy? My mama did everybody's hair.
Wait, no, we wasn't up in there. No, and my mother had a very strict policy.
Yeah,
Don't
look at that.
My
See what she
kids.
said? She said nappy as hell. You see what I'm saying? I mean, hey, you could not do that. So we're not in real rules. That's why you wear your mohawk, right? Do your thing. What about locks? Same thing. If you don't tie them locks down, y'all gonna be, oh, I had to marry the locks because this lock got caught on to that lock, got caught on this. Locks are higher. Locks has got to be the most high maintenance hairstyle of them all.
It's pretty.
People think locks are low maintenance. Why?
No.
Why do you think locks are low maintenance?
No. People think unchemically treated hair is low maintenance. It actually isn't. You guys have, since the natural hair care movement, y'all got more complaints. Y'all got more you don't do's. You got more expectations with the least amount of effort. You guys need this product for that. You need this kind of shampoo and that kind of shampoo. You need this kind of comb. You need the afro curls to look like you mix with white folks. Then you need the hair definition and definers, and you got so many greases and oils and hair, and then you got the LOC method, and you got
and the MIC, the KEY,
the MIT 7797. You know what I mean?
MOUSE. We had one product growing up. Tell them, Toddy. We had one hair care product growing up. It was called grease. We just used some grease on it. We didn't have our parents was, first of all, our parents was not gonna be paying. They said you don't vote and you don't pay taxes. So
and wait a minute. My whole thing is y'all, the natural hair care, all they wanted was a curl.
Come on. They don't want to say it though.
Huh?
Look at that. Bam. What I tell y'all? I ain't even tell her to write that. Let me give my cousin a big round of applause. Y'all think they think I be lying out here. I try to tell y'all. I'm from the hood. This how it went down.
Every Sunday, put that sulfur A through them braids.
Come on, cousin. They don't believe.
Wait a minute. And if you couldn't find your face cream real quick and you had to go outside, you had to do something. You look in your shit. You put a little sulfur A between your eyes, and I try here.
I mean, look at it. Go my other cousin. I got my daddy side and I got my mama side in the chat. Do y'all see my family? Do y'all see this on my daddy side? This is my little cousin Unique. Y'all want some real estate? Y'all better go holler at my cousin. So here go on my daddy's side, right? Then here go my mama's side. Look at that. I'm telling y'all.
Magic sulfur.
Come on, baby.
We never went nowhere without our hair done. Come on. What are we talking about?
Come on. And y'all like $35 for some. Ain't nobody pick. Look, we found already. This is what I'm telling you. When I went to Africa, I'm telling you, I was in the Gambia. Man, them folks was flying than a kite on GP. And y'all like, where y'all going? Ladosha, what you up to? You heard with in our family
going to bed.
We go to if our family have a cookout, we going up in that sucker. Fine. Everybody, they're like, all them girls is fine. Y'all should see us when we get together. We could be going to breakfast. We walk in the door like we be multi-millionaires. You see what I'm saying? We don't do that. And it's not about money. It's not about what brand you use. We don't care about that. We're not pushing that. We want you guys to understand that unkempt hair, not combing hair, not grooming hair. You're out of your Africanity if that's your thing. You're just out of it. If you're pro-African culture, Black power, anything of that nature, if you got a weave, the weave gonna get combed too. Ain't nobody gonna put no weave in and not take care of the weave. My cousin, man, listen. My Aunt Judy, girl, bye. You better not touch them wigs. You crazy?
And wait a minute. Maybe you look at them past photographs in the 90s, 80s, 70s, and 60s, and you're like, where were you guys going?
Yeah.
And they looking at you like,
and we couldn't even understand, like, if we so poor, why we look so y'all look so good. We so poor, but everybody, I mean, my Aunt Judy, she had different kinds of hairstyles and outfits. And when we would go over, like my mom, I mean, it is not the superficial part. This is what we're saying. That whole thing about not combing hair, detangling hair,
I
and
don't know
all
what
of this,
I
it's
don't
all it's going to do is cost you money. The
yeah,
reason why it is going to
that's fine.
cost you money in a hair salon again, because the salon and barber shop model, the business model, has
Is
nothing to do with detangling hair. When you make an appointment to come and get your weave, when you make an appointment to come get your braids, I don't care what it is.
your bob, your relaxer, your curl, your finger waves, your manipulations, your man unit, anything. It
That
ain't nothing to do with us correcting some shit the public didn't do.
right. When you come in, if
It's
your
not a
appointment,
model.
if your appointment is at 1 o'clock, at 1 o'clock, we're ready to put that comb through your hair and get ready to style you. Nobody has it prepped, has that appointment prepped for 45 minutes, 30 minutes, 15, 2 hours of detangling your hair. That is an additional service. And like Cheryl said,
Right.
go ahead.
Oh, you go ahead, because I know what I'm going to say.
And the only thing that natural hair movement did with that, like she said, they created a whole industry or market. Now you have a company like Devon Ness, you have a company like Mio Organics, you have people like the Flexi, the makers of the little Flexi brush. This thing, that money is not coming back into the Black community, because we had that; those are not our inventions. Dr. Morrow had the comb. Y'all wanted the money to go to him. He had, that's where it went. There's no African Americans making these. I guarantee you. All those, it's not going to work. You saw what people put in the chat. They said Royal Crown. They said Green Grease. They said Sulfur 8. These products are still available. Ultra Sheen, Oil Sheen. I have a $750 color job on my head. I'm able to maintain it, combing it frequently throughout the day. I mean, we could walk through the house. Did you comb your head today? I'm like, damn, you got to comb your hair. And if you have a style that doesn't require combing it at night, you have to plait it down. We did not go to bed with our hair sticking up on top of our heads. I got 2 cousins in the chat, and I got Free Natalie at sbcglobal.net, and you got Cheryl to testify. That is not our culture. I don't care if you're biracial, interracial, we ain't got nothing to do with that. Do what the fabric calls for.
I want you guys, everybody, just do an exercise. You say, okay, I'm shutting it down. Girl, I'll talk to you later. Blah, 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 blah. I want you to take a moment and to touch your hair and to take a minute and to fix it. It's your hair. To fix it, it's important. Because it's not just the fact that how the end result, it's you taking time to do something that's important to you. You touch it, you get in there, plan your game, make a game plan. Okay, I want it to do this because I want it to feel like this. I got a long day tomorrow. Come on, you guys. You can't be that far removed. Can't be that far removed.
But I think what's happening, sure, is that people are not removed. They're not removed. People are just inundated with so much misinformation. We just told you, don't use water. Nobody use, the only time we use water on our hair was when we got ready to wash it. And the hair, if your hair was like, say if you didn't comb it, your mom puts the cream on it to kind of soften it. And then when nobody just walking around with no water bottles, no, that is not our stuff. But now moms are using YouTube, and our parents didn't have that. So don't use the water. Put the cream on the hair first to, like we said, pitch that bark on a tree to soften that outer layer, to loosen up the tangles. And then you have to use a comb, not a brush, not a flexi, whatever. You need to use a comb. When we come back next week, we're going to highlight her dad's comb and talk more about that in comparison to why these tools are for all hair textures. I mean, to market it, you can say stuff like, it's black made. You can put your own little sauce on it. We're not knocking that. Go and get your hustle on. But do not fall for the okie doke. If you put water on there, you're going to end up spending so much money. The water is a money grab because they know that once you spray that water, that hair it's going to go back to Africa. And now you run into the store buying what? Anything you can.
Have you guys ever understood when you put water, it's going the opposite way, and you guys swear you guys are just desperately holding it, and you're doing this? The moment you put water on it, you are gone.
You lost.
It's the water molecule is so small. You can't, once you spray it, you are not going to catch no water in the air once you spray it in the air. You're not going to catch it because it's going to disperse. My point is, it makes the hair do things that you're trying to get the cream to do. But the cream and water are doing the opposite things. And you guys just keep going on. And we're not trying to say that cosmetology is smarter. We're not trying to say, we're just understanding that if you're going to be pro-black, you're going to be black women, you're going to be black, be blackity, blackity, black, black, and a black, and a black, black, black.
Y'all know y'all be doing that.
Come on now. You got to get your mind black. When your mind is black, then your mind do black things. But when your mind ain't black, then you end up doing things that works against your best black interests. And one of your one thing that goes against your black interest is that you're trying to get it to stay down here. Oh, I want it to stay down here. Well, shit. Well, then stop spraying the water. They're going to make it go up here.
I want curl definition. Shut the hell up.
Well, put the cream in it first then. Don't put water because water is going to say, psst, curl up. Huh, 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 curl up. And then you're going to say, well, it's shrunk. Well, come on, y'all.
Here's my analogy. Don't try to get into don't get into a fight with an afro. You're gonna lose. Trying to fight an afro is like trying to fight Mike Tyson. Okay,
especially not with God's water.
No, it's not.
Don't do it. You're gonna be
not
like,
gonna happen.
That water and that curl gonna be like.
And if you
dancing,
right,
you're gonna say, I don't want it to do that. Well.
We're telling you guys, save yourself some headache. If you're not a hair person, hair ain't your thing, go on and put a weave on it. Sew it up, tack it down, do what you need to do. Keep your hands out your hair. Leave it alone. It ain't no protective hairstyles. If hair ain't your thing, just
just say you don't want to be bothered.
Yes.
You do your hair.
Yeah. Ain't no protective hairstyles. If that ain't your thing, ain't no biggie. Like my cousin said, wigs are generation. We pass some things down. We do it from time to time. Keep it simple. Save your money. All right. We're going to come back next week and we're going to go over Dr. Morrow's comb. Let me just show this right quick. I did. What did I do with it? Did I lose it? Oh no, here it is right
the first comb created for black people by black people to have a utility patent.
All right, let me pull it up right quick because I know people are going to be like, Okay, so here it is. We're going to come back next week. And now we have a wonderful, sew it up and tack it down. There you go. Keep it simple. Everybody's not a hair person, all right? Some people are like, that ain't my thing. That's cool. It's the beauty industry. We like all of it. Shoot, pick it out, lock it up. It don't make us no difference, okay? Just, you got to use the comb, all right? Okay, so we're going to come back next week. And Cheryl, shoot it. What do you say again about your dad's comb, which I have right here?
Right. One of the things that Mr. Morrow wanted to do because he knew his people were going to be economically lazy, he put his actual name on it. That is the first only combs. You'd notice the comb and the brush that Key Lolo had in her hand first. There's never no names on our combs. There's never no name because they don't care, because they want you to know that you're just buying it and they don't want you to know where the money's going. But every time you buy a Dr. Willie Morrow comb, regardless if it's 1964, the one that's on my hand, or the ones that you see on the screen. He created those designs for a reason. The one that Ladosha is holding up is made out of hemp. We make it in the United States. We make it with our own people. I still inherited the plant, the app, in the manufacturing. We still make blackness, black combs by black people for black folks. And
notice there's no fist on the end of it, people.
No.
We'll talk about the design when we come back next week. We'll talk about the design, but there's no fist. Remember, Cheryl said that fist was Chinese people capitalizing on our Black Power movement. We sent all the money back to China. If you buy your Dr. Willie Morrow Easy Teas comb, if this is your thing, now if you like to pick on and do your thing, but we're just saying.
Hemp, we have the black, and we have, and we do what we call, we're going to do more of it in 2025. We have Comb with the Cause, where we do, we take barbers and hairstylists, and we are philanthropists. In fact, we make our industry do philanthropy, and we do color awareness combs. So if you see all of us in our group combing pink, we are celebrating breast cancer. You see them in red. You see them in baby
Green,
blue.
yeah.
We do prostate cancer, and we just make an awareness that our industry. But that hemp is to celebrate what? Economics of Black people. That hemp is a cash crop.
Don't be trying to smoke it now. I see y'all. Don't be trying to smoke the hemp, okay? Okay, all right. Just calm your head with it, all right? I think they love this one. Yeah, this has been absolutely phenomenal. We're going to come back on Thursday. Now, remember, Thursday begins we're going to have 3 wonderful guests. We're going to start off with Mr. Michael Barkley, and here we're going to be talking about the tools, like why do they burn out and all this other stuff, because this month is about inventions, patents, and more. So we're going to have 2 inventors, and we're going to have 1 electrician. This is his job. He's a certified electrician. He's going to talk about those flat irons, why they burn out, those plates, those ceramic. Y'all want to know the inner workings. We're actually going to take one apart. We're going to have one apart, and he's going to talk about the cords. Nobody's giving you guys this stuff. This is why this is America's favorite podcast about Afro hair. All right. So that's what's going to come up, followed by Maurice. He also has a comb and the applicator. Then we're going to have the people from Rev Air. So maybe we could talk them into giving away one. You know what I'm saying? So get ready. Thursdays is going to be fully jam-packed with, again, patents, right? Inventions and more. Maybe you might have something you want to invent. And Cheryl is going to
typing. That's right. We can talk about all types of stuff, right?
Right. So that's how it's going down on Thursdays. But next week, it's all about Dr. Morrow's comb. So don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. As a matter of fact, I see our virtual co-host saying, Cheryl, show them what to do one more time. I see you, Sandra. Thank you so much. Like, don't just shut up. Where is it? Okay, here you go, Cheryl, one more time. Pampa me on, pampa me on. All right. So Instagram is lit. Thank you so much. Super duper shout out to my cousin Toddy, my cousin Unique. Please go follow both of them on the social media platforms. My cousin Natasha, she has a bail bonds company. If you get locked up in a citation, she'll get you out. Okay. Yeah. And it ain't free. Don't be talking about, don't you get the hookup. You do not get the hookup. You just get to get out. Okay. So she has a bail bonds company. All right. And then my cousin Unique Nicole is a wonderful real estate agent, dropping much massive knowledge on real estate. So if you want some help, you're interested, you want to maybe buy some property, or you want to get into it, check out my cousin Unique Nicole. She's certified a real life real estate. She's not a hustler. Okay. She is a professional businesswoman and a survivor of so much, much, much more. She is definitely a hero, a Shira in our family. We have mad love for her. So check out my cousins Natasha and Unique Nicole and tell them Key Lolo sent you, and you won't regret it. Okay. So there you have it. And again, just one last picture of the Ladosha Wright classroom featuring the wall of honor with all of our ancestors and our history makers. And big ups to the Gay and Girl Skills Academy. Thank you so much for we did get some more donations while we were live. So make your donations, hit that Cash App button. Tomorrow I will drop the full amount. Our goal is to raise $500. I mean, who gets a classroom named after them? Come on, guys. We're moving in the right direction. So my family's going to be like, girl, no, you didn't. So our family, this is what our family has in Africa right now. We have a library over there. It's called the Wright Library of the Gay and Girl Skills Academy. Now, this is all nice and neat. When you go over there, that library is used, okay? Books be everywhere, okay? We just cleaned it up for y'all for the pitch, okay? It ain't always like that, okay? But no, this is a real live functioning library. The community uses it. People come in, they read the books, they use the computer, they go live. We have to pay for this, guys. We have to pay for the internet. So your donations helps makes this functioning. My son does all the graphic designs. And then here we are now, we have a classroom, okay? Next thing, we might even have a school, okay? So again, we got the Ladosha Wright Cosmetology Wall of Honor inside the classroom. And the classroom, again, is hairdressing, beauty and cosmetology. That is what they have over in the Gambia. And so I'm really excited. And thank you guys. Thank you again, Cheryl, for helping make my dream come true. Thank you, Toddy and Unique. I love you guys so much. All right, Cheryl, I think we did a good job.
Yeah.
Can you? Yes, you can donate books, but we have to take them with us because you can't ship. It's hard to, it's expensive to ship. I mean, really expensive. So if you plan to go to Africa with us, we can pack the books up, but you just can't send them over like that. Okay. Okay. So I think that's it. Cheryl, close us out. What you want to say about this whole detangle?
I mean, I think you said it. I think you said it best. And I just want us to understand that combing is the art. Detangling is the mechanics. The combing is the art. Detangling is the mechanics of neglect. I want you guys to always remember that. And so we don't want to get to the tangling. So we don't want to go ahead and try to do all this detangling. Detangling and combing are not the same thing. You are outside of the art form if you're detangling, right? And it's a pleasure. Love your comb, love your hair, and make sure that they unite every other night so you can enjoy your hair and not let it get to the phase where you...
Ow, Siskel, bam, bam. Even if it's your weave, even if it's your locks, it doesn't matter. Please take care of your hair, like she said. You're just messing it up. Okay, put that ponytail in, go to bed, tie that stuff down, and keep it simple, all right? Okay, guys, we will be back next week with the Dr. Morrow Calm. In the meantime, we'll see you Thursday. Please. Bring all your flat irons, your curling irons. I know y'all like, I got my blow dryer stop working. My clipper's burnt out. We're going to have an electrician. That's why Michael Barkley is going to be in the chat and tell us how these things break down and how much money you should or should not be paying for. I'm a Scorpio, so y'all know I am cheap as hell. Deuces, my good people. Love, peace, and
hair grease.
You,
no magic.
Sure, you ready for the chit chat tonight?
I'm ready.
Bam, bam, bam. He or she said, cancel this damn show. They hate it. What? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Make black hair great again.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Now,
We're coming, get our check.
Cheryl Morrow, the one, the only, the hair oracle.
That was it was Red Dot, and then we also had a cosmetology school instructor in the chat, Miss Denise West, Michelle Allen, Miss Foster. Dang, I missed you. Hey! It's always nice to see Miss Foster in the chat. Michelle Allen, you know how much we love you too.
What? About a whole lot of peace. Cheryl, you order that in a bag of chips.